Today, let's grab some different shades of brown paper to make our own crust for a pie. This is going to be so fun. We're going to be like bakers today, baking our crust. I've got some funky wobbly scissors here, but you could just use regular scissors. I've got a crayon and I've got a circle that's going to help me plan out how big my pie is going to be. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is pick a shade of brown or tan, and we're going to trace around our size our pie is going to be. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace around it with this pencil, but I'm actually going to leave a little bit of space as I trace. So I'm not going to hold it up against the circle. I'm going to use it as a guide as I draw a circle around it. And I can turn my paper as I go, holding that circle in the center so it doesn't move. And then keep going until I finish off that circle. All right, cool. So that is the base of our pie crust. And like I said, if you have funky scissors like this, we're gonna use them to make it just look a little bit more fancy, but you could just use regular scissors. These scissors you use just like regular scissors. You make sure you hold it correctly and then you chomp one chomp at a time. And you turn your paper as you go, just like you normally would. The only difference is you really have to go slowly and do one cut at a time to kind of line up those funky edges. There's the bottom of my pie crust. All right, next up, we are going to make the top of our pie, and we're actually going to make a woven pie today. So we need lots of strips. So if you are a real baker making a pie, you would roll out your crust into a flat square or rectangle, and then you would cut these strips. If you measure it out, just mark little markings along your paper to make sure you have it evenly spaced, and then cut straight up like that. I think I need at least 5 going vertically and 5 going horizontally. Let's go ahead and fast forward as I cut again at least 10 of these strips for the top of my crust. Okay, I've got 10 pieces of crust cut out, ready to go. Now let's put our pie filling template away and just focus on making this crust look a little bit more like real pie crust. Let's take these strips and grab a brown crayon. Any type of brown crayon will do, and I'm actually going to ask you to take the wrapper off if the wrapper is not already on it. This is going to allow us to hold our crayon sideways today and rub with the side of our crayon to make our crust look like it has been baked in the oven. Now, this is a really cool effect that you could do on lots of different art projects. This one specifically we are doing to make that beautiful golden brown look like a real pie. Now, we are not holding our crayon normally like we would and drawing straight lines. We are just using the side of the crayon to rub texture onto our paper. After you do your circular bottom pie area, you can take each strip and actually rub on each strip individually as well. This is super fun, super relaxing, and I love adding texture. I hope you do too. We don't need a lot in the middle because that is where our filling is going to go. Hold your strip down with one hand as you rub with the other hand. This is a little tricky, so you could ask your neighbor to help you hold it down as you rub, but once you get it going, you'll get the hang of it pretty quickly. So there's 2 of my pie crust strips. Let's go ahead and fast forward as I rub some crayon on all 10. Make sure you take your time to keep your crust nice and neat as a real baker would, taking pride in your work and in every part of baking your pie. All right, here are all of my pie crust pieces ready to go, freshly baked out of the oven. I'm going to put them carefully into my art folder so I don't lose them for next time when we weave them onto our pie filling. It's going to be so cool, and I can't wait to show you. I hope you had fun today playing with texture and creating your own pie crust, and I'll see you next time. Love, your cozy art teacher.